Tune in to the MackMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MackMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Join us on this evening on this just a conversation piece, MackMan at night or MackMan in the evening. I'd just like to welcome those that have decided to come. I put the announcement out there, and I'm just grateful for everyone that is listening and that's tuning in and will tune in. Even, yes, we might even have in the bushes this evening. I just wanted to come on this evening and kind of like, as they say, not just turn the temperature down, as they say. No, I'm concerned about several things that I have been hearing in the news as far as our research as broadcast journalists and as a news organization and the information and inspiration network and production company. It is my job to make sure that I am accurate in what I'm delivering. And that's no doubt. But then there's a concern that I have about where, not just where we want to be, because that's always been the thing. Where we want to be, what we want to do, what do we want, when do we want it? And we've been saying this for so long that it has become how not just repetitious, but it's a continual wishing and hoping and wishing. I wish that they would at least listen to my plea because I'm hoping for a better day. I'm hoping because I know that if I hope and wait and be patient, that eventually I'll get a slice of cake. If certain people endorse what I'm doing and endorse what I'm saying, can we give God the glory on that? There are some things that we have to examine, and we have to examine ourselves and to search ourselves to see what do we want out of the events that are getting ready to transpire. And we could talk about those things. Good evening to everybody that's here, everybody that's gotten the opportunity that would like to share and come. You're welcome. And I'm here, and I'm just being obedient in what I'm supposed to do. I had a picture up in our thumbnail of the late, great Mahalia Jackson, one of the greatest gospel singers that ever sang a song, and of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who were very cordial. They were really deep friends and admirers of one another. Mahalia Jackson helped the civil rights movement by doing concerts and fundraisers in various churches around the country, and even spoke about it around the world, about the plight of the people that looked like her and that celebrated around the world in some of the finest countries around the world and orchestra halls around the world, but yet and still and all couldn't get a sandwich at a regular restaurant and sit where regular people, as they say, where people want to sit. We had to go to the back doors and everything. And I looked at that situation for a minute and I tried to examine things. And behind you and our background, let me take myself. Society, we got an opportunity to do some wonderful things. The sky is the limit to what I can have. There was that song, I never forget that we were singing, the sky is the limit to what I could have. I can't sing, but that's one of them things. Oh, the sky is the limit to what I could have if you can believe. If you can believe and receive it, God will perform it today. Clark sisters, them dude. Boy, we sang that song. We going to the God got us. I want to encourage you tonight and let you know that that no matter what you see and what is happening, and I'm just taking this time. It ain't gonna be no hour long or anything like that. But I'm just want to speak from my heart. I just want to be able to just communicate and to put over. We got a chance and an opportunity that if we work together, if we bond together, I mean, sure enough, help each other, not hating on each other, folks. We've been doing that for too long. I can't stand you. You can't stand me. Why can't we stand together and work together and make sure that we get our portion of living life the way, not to just treat God as no ATM machine, but to live life and to be able to right now before the Lord comes back and get his children. He's going to take care of us until that day. I don't know when it's coming. I have no idea. I wouldn't sit here and lie to you and play like I don't know, or I'm just playing. You know how some journalists, they ain't going to say nothing about how they believe. I'm not trying to turn over nobody, but yet let whatever the witness is, let it be. We got to really, really focus in on, truly show enough focus in on not the problem. That's too much. That's too much trouble and energy. We can always see it. And let me say this to our community, to Black people. It's 8:28 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. This is the MackMan evening portion of our MackMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I'm your host, and I'm just here. We got Hot Talk Radio, international, and television. All of you all might be waking up. It may be morning where you are, but from the 50 states of the United States, we'd like to say grand rising to you and good evening to those that are in our time zones and in the on our coast here, the 50 states here in North America. We'd like to say grand good evening to all of you. This is live and direct. We're on, and as I said before, it's 8:28 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I just had to say that all of our listeners and whomever may be listening, DW, all of you all from WKRA, can't forget about it. Those folks on WRFU, Mika Light, and WRFU in Champaign, Illinois, and to all of our listeners that have been listening to us over these years. I am just happy to be here. And hey, I don't mind playing a commercial or two, folks. Let us just say hey to some of our sponsors.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Hello everyone, this is Melissa Schumpert with Melissa Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always you can shop online at melipifashion.com.
All right, we're back on the MackMan Morning Show. edition of the evening show, but we'd like to welcome our listeners that listen to us each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time in the United States. That's 10 o'clock on our East Coast here on Mack Media 3 Productions. We'd like to welcome our listeners from all over our country and from around the world that's listening to us on Hot Talk Radio and Television Network. And there will be a great rollout coming real soon. The network is doing and working on some things, and I'm just glad that we're a part of a network that we have the freedom to be able to broadcast when we always had that freedom, but we're grateful for that opportunity to be a part, and we'll always be grateful for our listeners and for everyone that's a part. Hey there, Sharon Reed. How are you? And great evening to you and to Deacon Alvin Moore and to you and Anthony Reed, Apostle Reed. It's just good to see. See, I told y'all, see, we got family. It's all right. I'm coming on. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. And it's just good that we hear you. I was messing around with the pictures and letting everybody know. I say this is a version of the, oh, excuse me, of the morning show that's coming on in the evening. I'd like to say hello to everyone, and especially to our dear friends everywhere. And I wasn't going to be on long, but then I just wanted to just say that I'm appreciative to what and how things, how blessed we are to be able to do what we do each and every day. And I was talking about the picture that was behind me. Excuse me. The picture that's behind me. Wait a minute. Okay. Take myself out the way. Wait a minute. And it would be, she gets up pretty early, about like 4:30, 4:35, about 4:15, something like that. She's up and she's doing what she does, getting herself prepared for work. She'll make her some breakfast. It smells so good. She leaves me some, me and my brother. She leaves us some breakfast and some coffee. And that's why I like coffee today. She'll leave me some coffee or something like that. And she would go to work. Well, it used to be a time I used to cry because I didn't want her to go. And my brothers and them would say, "Oh, you shut up, be quiet." But they made sure that she got to her destination there and safely. She knew that once she got to a certain point, she knew that God had her anyway, but she knew that we would be waiting there. We had a dog. We had a Doberman, and we would meet her at the bus stop. And we had no problem, none, zero whatsoever. Not just because the dog was there, but because God knew And I'm saying that to say they may be some memories and some things that we share. And that's good. And you can't forget about where you come from. And you can't be ashamed of where you come from. It used to be a time that we had pride in what we do and pride in even where we go and where we worship and everything else. We used to have some pride about ourselves, about where we went to school, what organizations we've been a part of, and who we hook up with and everything, and who we're aligned with. I'm with this club, and I'm with that person, and I'm with that lodge, and I'm with that organization, and I'm with this. But we always we link together. We do that pretty good. Everybody got their own section of doing things. But you know something? Our community is still, and there's still some places that that there are people on the street that are homeless, and you got buildings. You got actual buildings, apartment buildings that can be turned into affordable housing. Instead of you building from the ground up, you got solid foundation buildings in cities, especially in the city of Chicago and the county of Cook. You got like this, you say, Courtway building. You got buildings that people can actually have a place to stay that really wants to have a place to stay with the assistance. That's why they say that they were screaming and hollering about the billions that were spent on the immigrants, and they were housing them real good. They were housing them, making sure that they had everything. What if they'd have put $3 billion into the west and the south sides of Chicago? $3 billion to bring affordable housing where it is and to bring communities back to life. Jackson, Mississippi, the capital of the state of Mississippi. And it made me cry how we went through and had a tour of the capital city. But when you get to where there's a section where there's the affluent, they call that across the tracks. Some of them places got in Jackson, and I'm not knocking nobody that lives there and live in a gated community. God bless you. But people seem like they're doing best. So it's an imbalance somewhere that you go a couple of blocks over and you almost sink in a sinkhole. That ain't a pothole, that's a sinkhole. You better be careful. Maybe that, and I mean the water situation in the black community, something is going on, and you can go 5 or 6 miles over on the interstate, maybe 10, maybe not even that much, and over to Madison County and these other counties, and you think you can roll a dime, a quarter up the street, and it will not move. It will still be rolling until it flops. It won't be. I mean, that's how good the roads are. Something is going on, folks. So either it's somebody's working in concert, keeping the resources out of the total Mississippi economy and total communities and counties that are brown and that are black, predominantly black, no minority, the predominantly majority black people that are getting the short end of a stick from a minority group of people. It's a minority group of rich people, affluent people, quiet, undercover people that are out. It is their mission to make sure that the status quo is kept. I'm not trying to start nothing. It was there. Fannie Lou Hamer tried to tell us. People don't believe that, but she told us, she preached. I can't help but to bring up this lady because her story is what it is. This woman took just for registering people to vote, getting them to vote. They took her and locked her up in jail and beat this woman, made another black man beat this woman. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. And we wonder why these things have come about. That's Sherry from Dalton, my great firefighting sister, and I thank you for all, and our great correspondent up there, our special correspondent. I got some talk for you, some great information. I want to salute Dr. Nikita Cloud. Let me say this. Let me give my greatest salute and to my dear friend, Dr. Nikita Cloud, and to Sherry Hatcher Britton, who is our correspondent there. Let me put this up also. And that's Dr. Nikita. There's some great things that Dr. Nikita is doing. She's getting ready to have this great grand opening of Cloud Med. I was at the soft grand opening, and it was soft too because I it was something funny that happened, but it was all right. And I really support Dr. Nikita and Meredith Hammer, and also the Honorable Jason House of Dalton. The mayor has endorsed her. She has some other endorsements. I didn't mean to put it out there like that. There we go. Make sure that that endorsement is out there, and that's important. I'm going to always say hey to our friends and our the people that support us. And Sherry's been there a long time with us as a special correspondent when we were reporting on and still in the midst of the Southland. And we're just grateful to just be able to have for everything that you've done. And uh, it is a wonderful opportunity. What's that there? That's right. Yes, it's coming out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it is really. It is. It. I'm not through. We got some great things that are going to be happening, and I got to tell you about them. And it's going to be able to be good. Hey, there's Candle Dessert Lounge. Oh, watch out now. Why? That's cake. Cake. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got to see this real good. I got to make sure. 'Cause in the daytime, I got to make sure everybody. But I welcome everybody that's here. See, you know something, and it's just interesting from all of you all that are here. And I want y'all to hear me real good. We got a real good opportunity as a community to really, because you know something, this government has to reshape itself after this disaster that's going on. Somebody's got to fix this. And even internationally, they know right now, Europe is so nervous right now. They don't know there has to be a change. And you know where that's going to come? First, it's going to come from the Congress. The Congress is going to flip, I think, before the midterms. I say the Congress is going to flip because there are people right now that know that they cannot, uh, they cannot support this man in what they're doing. Well, we need Judge Hammer. We need people like that. We need to have people that when, and to Dr. Ford that's running for recorder of deeds over there in Shelby County, all of y'all, you know something, and I don't mean to just throw that politics in there, but a lot of y'all are sorority folks and fraternity people, and Founders Day and those things have come about. Don't you know that these organizations that used to be like the Masons and the Moose and the Elk and the different organization, and I ain't gonna say that it wasn't, they had their different organization and they were strong. I'm talking about in the African American community. They used to have a Mason picnic for the community. They used to shut the whole street down where the Grand Lodge was and had barbecue, not just hot dogs. I'm grateful for the hot dogs and the chips that you do get, but they had barbecue. I'm talking about ribs and everything for everybody, unlimited, that they had in the community. We didn't have to worry about shooting and gangs and nastiness. They cleaned up around their community and made sure that the grass was cut and stuff. It was beautiful to walk down the street and look on Parnell and our streets and our grass was cut and our neighbors would speak. And I see Mr. Berry and Mr. Tate and I see the people that loved their community and knew what was going on. But what is happening today? What is happening today in our society? And I'm grateful. And my dear friends, and it's nothing, and you gotta, the sacrifices that people have made. We got businesses out there, folks. We got commerce that we're going to be doing. We got to need to do business with ourselves. We got to make sure that we get a piece of this economy. That's why I'm saying, what is it in for us? They're going to need our voting block. And not just saying monetarily, but we want tangible results. That means that we want to be able to reshape our communities and reinvest in them. You talk about 40 acres and the mule. No, sir. We want some of these properties, commercial and residential, right where we live, that are abandoned, that are forgotten about, that we can build at a no rate tax rate, period. For those, if you really want to give reparations to people right in your community, that's you can, whatever loans you get, whatever benefits you get, there's a certain amount of money that each resident of that community that can get to improve where they live or tear your house down and build you another one right there in the community. Do you know what would happen? Not everybody. Everybody ain't for themselves. No, no. I'm just saying. 8:47 p.m. right here in the greater 50 states. We like to welcome all of our listeners on Hot Talk Radio and Television International, right here in the Central Time Zone of the United States and the 50 states. All of our representative stations and our affiliates, we appreciate you being on. I had to give that PSA right then and there, but and it's something to think about. We do need real, and you know where it's going to come from? It's going to come from right where we live at. You really want to give, if you really want to change, because it's going to take the black community to bring them out of this. I'm just telling the truth. We got a power block. You're right. I got you. You're right. We got a power block. We got a power block. You can't just buy us. You just can't buy us. It ain't for free no more. That's why I said it ain't our fight for the immigrants. Hey, look, I'm for all equal rights of folks, but we have marched and picketed. We through with that part. That part there is over. We ain't got to do all of that because we're going to get to where we need to get to. Those that really truly want to. What's the name of that market that are in Dalton over on Martin Luther King correspondent, special report, special correspondent, Sherry, over there in Dalton? What's the name of Dr. Scott's? Put it in the chat for me so I can put it up if you can. The market. Let's not forget that organization, because in the midst of the battle, she still fed people. In the midst of her being attacked by the devil, was sure enough attacking. He had one of his true demons was at the town. St. Patrick's wouldn't be erected like they are erected today. The Camars wouldn't be there. It is true. If you can get Dr. Scott's information for me, what's the name of that market in Dalton? I want to salute her tonight and all of our supporters and everything. This is an unusual broadcast because usually you'll hear me in the mornings on the MackMan Morning Show. Y'all tune in. I ain't going to keep you all night, but I wanted to do this for some of our people in the evening don't get an opportunity. I mean, in the mornings, don't get an opportunity to participate in the mornings like we do. And it's a good thing. And I want to keep this going. If this is something that you think that we should do, it's not an all night thing. If you like what we're presenting tonight, just say yes. I don't need it. I mean, just the people that's on here. And I just want to, because somebody is listening somewhere. And it won't be just like this. Wait until I get the camera going and all the other stuff going. But it's going to be fine. And there are a lot of great things. That's why I say about relationships. You know, it take a whole lot of people to make you who you are. There it is right there. I thank you very much. Dr. Scott, free indeed is the community fee. You know, when they was having that problem, ain't nobody going hungry no more. Thornton Township, you know, we got to salute our sister. And like I said, for Meredith Hammer, her honor, the honorable, she will be judged. I believe that. We need that. I mean, the work is there and the commitment is there. Stephanie Wiederman, you know, that's Miss Hatchett's, Miss Hatchett's partner, you know, that's our partner there. Can't forget about her. She's soul sister. And that's why I say it's not about race, white folks, and all that other stuff. You got to be right. You got to be for what's right. And God got soldiers everywhere. Muhammad Ali went universal and told everybody, hey, we got to vote. He said, y'all did everything that y'all could, stood up to the folks and told them, the Viet Cong ain't did nothing to me. Why am I going over there? And I'll give up the title. I'll give up the money. And he did something. You got to, when you give up something, when you got to stand and you got to work and you got to do what you got to do, but you got to hold on and you be praying like, God, how in the world did we get into this? But then when you come out of it, that's just like with government and everything like that. Diane Black, if you listening, I want to say good evening to you. And I did say good evening to the deacon, everybody that's here, Sharon Reed. I did say good evening to the deacon and all of y'all, you and Anthony and everybody. But I wanted to just observe. I wish that, and man, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make sure that if you want to participate, I'm going to make sure that we got the link that we're going to be dropping. We're going to get our phone line. I know how to do it now, how to get everything in order. And it's going to be different. Hey, listen, we also going to our other platforms that we got, that we the Instagram and the TikTok. They got it on TikTok. I'm getting I'm just trying to do what I have to do. It's not about popularity, and they got guidelines and everything like that. But the show is going to go forward in what it does. We're going to support those people and those businesses that are going to support and make sure that the money is circulated, making sure that businesses thrive. Let us thrive and be economically smart in what we're doing, not cheating each other, but taking the wealth that getting ready to be placed in our hands, folks. They got to rebuild this whole structure that has been almost torn down. Don't you know they almost tore down the Department of Education? They really have, and they let some other department handle it. The Department of Education, where our children get their major funding and guidelines from and everything, they gave it over to somebody else. The EPA about the environment. They're getting ready to put these superconductors or whatever this tortures, these AI buildings in the South, even close to where I am. Elon Musk can go and get the governor, and they talking about a $20 billion project. What in the world are these things that they putting in our communities? Yet and still, we're not saying anything. I wanted to say to the Dalton Fire Department of Dalton, the village of Dalton, and my brothers and sisters, I'm a firefighter. I'm a firefighting officer in Mississippi, certified. And I've been a firefighter for a long time. I want to commend that fire department. I wish I had that picture that I could show of them. No, the video that I received, and I got to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm playing on tomorrow's show too, if I can get it into the system. And I want to show you all how a professional fire department that is not a great, it's not a great big one, but they're really on top of things and how they work together for the total community. The village of Dalton Fire Department in Dalton, Illinois, in the Southland, is one of the best firefighting units that I've seen and observed in the Southland. And I got to say that. Now, nothing taken away from Harvey when it comes to mutual aid. They're there in all those communities, and the great leadership that's over there. And I'm not just saying that just because you're over there. Oh, great one, Madam Sherry. But I'm saying what I've seen and observed as a firefighter. I know that they're top notch. And my hat's off to that community and to that fire department and to the town and the village of Dalton and Jason House, the Honorable Jason House, and the Honorable Council over there, all of the new Commissioner of District 5, Kiana Belcher, Ms. Brown, and all of the other folks that's over there. And they ain't gave me no interview yet, but they might give me an interview quite soon. They work very hard, and at minimum. So, but I think that something's gonna happen for them. We got to root for our fire department and see if we get the governments together. See, we got to start locally first. We got to make those that are responsible for our local well-being held accountable. That's the mayor, even the mayor that's there now. That's the county board. That's the townships. That's all of the mechanisms that make up what needs to be made up for the citizens. It has to work locally first. They're not looking at Congress. They're not looking at the president to feed and to take care of the things, not just poor folks, but the infrastructure, the tax base, the business climate, the climate period, that is equal all the way around so these communities don't fall to the point where you can't make it. Don't you know that there's a 5-story building in Dalton that they have to have a ladder truck to come to Dalton to assist them? They got to have tower ladders and ladder trucks to get up there if they had to. And I'm not saying that they don't have it, but then, these communities, things can happen. And they have to mutually aid, and they have to come together under mutual aid in order to make sure that those communities are that they are helped out. Incident command is really important. Y'all didn't know I ain't trying to say all that, but I'm just taking my hats off to that great department and those great people there and everything. It's right now. It is 8:58. I'm going to just give our sponsors just a little bit of courtesy here. They have been so wonderful. I want to thank them for everything that they do. We'll be right back with a little bit, and I ain't going to keep y'all long. We'll be right back.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on left, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Till is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator. Registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the MackMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this
I
is
play
one of the
that in the morning.
talk radio Joe. This side of the Mississippi.
It is.
We're talking about the MackMan Morning Joe. Mondays through
Hammer.
Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Don't forget about us in the morning. We will be on our regular schedule, of course, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. on the East Coast. That's right here on Mack Media 3 Productions, our brand new and wonderful broadcast network, Hot Talk Radio and Television Network, international broadcasting, all 50 states and territories and in countries around the world. We have affiliates and radio stations and communications all over the world to all of our wonderful listeners that are listening to us, even in the States and in those territories that we just said. Welcome to our evening program of the MackMan Morning Show. Just the producers and the executive producer and the man that's trying to do something and to do the things that we do. We're just happy. I want to say hello to Priscilla Williams Teal, the next senator from the state of Mississippi. I just wanted to just salute those people that are running. I want to say hello again also to the Honorable Meredith Hammer, who not only her endorsements are coming in, these endorsements are coming in, and I just believe that she's going to be a wonderful judge, wonderful jurist as she is now. She is doing a wonderful work, and she's out there on the campaign trail doing the things that she do. And Meredith Hammer, you know we support you, and we're just glad that you are giving us this opportunity. And we're going to mosey over to Shelby County and over in the Memphis area and say to Shalandria Ford, we'd like to just say, ma'am, we just believe that you're going to get that office again. She's running for re-election of that office. She's not there now, but she used to hold it. And with the shenanigans that are going on and the things that are happening, I'm telling you, folks, when you got people that are quick deeding your property and not being verified properly and they can take your house, these squatters that are taking these houses, that's why we need Judge Hammer. And we also need people like Miss Ford to keep an eye on those probate things and those battles that you're having back and forth, those deeds and those wills that they need to be accurately stored and recorded. We need somebody like Miss Ford in office, and I'm just giving it like it is. And I like to just salute our businesses and just say to Madam Zenobia Lanier, the greatest, not the greatest, but the well-rounded and the national sales director for her insurance company. It is really wonderful. All you have to do is just contact her for your insurance needs. And I'm just paying tribute to our wonderful people that do, they holler out our name too on the morning show and everything. And I just want to just do this and pay tribute. And while y'all on here, Mrs. LLC, the realtor, you're going to be hearing more about our wonderful other supporters that are going to be coming. And we're getting all of the productions together. And we're just grateful for our longtime friends. And there's Dr. Nikita. And I mean, you're talking about a doc and Cloud Med. And that oxygen treatment, I got an information video from her, and I'm going to have her on real soon. So we're going to be talking about a squad. Yes, they are horrible. They are horrible, and it's a situation that's going on. You got to have somebody in there that's going to be there for the people. You're exactly right, Miss Hatchett. You're exactly right. And I want to thank you. I know you had a long day today too. And just tell my brothers and sisters down there at the fire department, I know y'all got a tower ladder and everything. I wasn't saying y'all didn't have no equipment or nothing, but you know something, I'm just saluting that department because I saw the great work that they did in trying their best to serve the community. And our first responders are really okay, and it's just wonderful breath of fresh air to see the administration of the village of Dalton do as well as it's doing. And Absolutely. You know, I'm going to salute you. That's right, because I know what I'm saying. I like to say to everybody that's in our chat, everybody that's listening and just participating, I want to thank you for this opportunity. And we're going to do this again. If all goes well, we're going to do this again tomorrow. Yes, ma'am, we will. I guarantee you. And I just want to thank you. You know, it's just wonderful to have great relationship, great friends, great contacts, and people that are really important. And I want to compliment Sherry because she has helped open up a lot of doors in the North and in Illinois that has helped us out a whole lot there. And my hat's off to all of our supporters everywhere. There are great things that are happening in the state of Mississippi and District 40. There's a lot of things that are getting ready to happen. So we're going to just adjust ourselves and go ahead and go. I got a new affirmation. I'm going to have it ready for you on tomorrow. I got permission that I can use it on the air. I had to wait and I'm getting it ready for tomorrow. But I want to leave you with this. You don't have to be jealous of nobody because when God gets through blessing them, let me tell you, he's got more than enough to bless you. He ain't going to leave. And yeah, it is. And thank you. Hey, I'm not through. That's family. I want to thank y'all for being on and thank y'all for being here. Don't forget the MackMan Morning Show in the morning. We're going to be on and y'all have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. And thank you for just listening. And I'm out of here. I might just go ahead and play our theme song that we always play. But no, I'm going to leave that alone. I got to get somebody to get us another theme song. But we'll be out of the way. We're gone, folks. Y'all take care.
Tune in to the MackMan Morning Show.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.